Like you said, like, who are you? The real answer to your question, when you said, who are you?
Yeah.
I am you, you are me. And there's no difference. Awareness is not individuated. It's universal consciousness. I'm asking you, everyone listening, is that the camera there?
Yeah.
What problem is Sikhi solving for you? And do you know what problem it's solving? It's all the suffering. The core mistake is that you've placed your identity into the mind and the body. If you're 16 to 25, you should be building up to be an absolute machine.
Yeah.
Spiritual, you should be doing bhakti, bar. You should be pushing yourself. At school, you should be the smartest. In the gym, you should be the strongest. In the vidya, you should be studying the hardest. You push every single boundary. Sikhi has become a superimposition onto the ego.
Yeah.
When in reality is, it's the opposite. Jedi Sikhiya is actually self-sacrifice of the ego. You're actually losing everything you had.
Removal.
Not gaining loads of stuff. We're not adding more onto this. We're actually removing the layers. That's what removing your barb is.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa. Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Guys, welcome back to the Sikh Warrior Project podcast. We've got a bit of a different one today. Normally we're interviewing fighters and everything, but today we've got more than a fighter. We've got a spiritual fighter with us. We got
He hates the pump.
wicked, yeah. So we got Harpreet Singh. We'll let Harpreet Singh do his introduction, tell you all about who Harpreet Singh is, and then we're gonna delve into something which a lot of you may not have really gone into these sort of depths of Sikhi before, you know, and it really is mind blowing. And the Gurdwara ain't gonna teach you this stuff. So Harpreet Singh, if you can introduce yourself. Who's Harpreet Singh? Give us your age, give us the whole rundown, your height, everything, please.
Oh, that's actually, the question itself is actually interesting. Like you said, like, who are you? And then it's quite interesting what you've done. You said, who are you? And then what attributes did you attribute to me in that
Age,
question?
height.
Yeah.
Age, height,
Yeah.
What do you do?
what
Things
you
like
do.
that. Mm.
Yeah. So my response to that question is, do you want a relative answer or do you want an absolute answer to that question? Now, you know, people are going to be listening to this and go, oh my God, the guy won't even tell you who he is. I get that.
Yeah.
But we're here to push boundaries, right?
Yeah. You can give me the answer and the perspective of this character you're playing in this world.
So this character is Harpreet Singh, 42 years of age, been teaching in secondary schools, RE, philosophy, law, business studies for about best part of 17 years. Do a bit of Sikh chaplaincy work now as well. So I go into prisons and I talk to Sikh sect prisoners. Yeah, and also within that role, there's a wider chaplaincy role where I go into segregation units. So that's the prison within the prison.
Wow.
So I also meet non-sec, and we do like a pastoral stroke chaplaincy duty with them as well. Okay. So there's that sort of aspect. So those are the two main roles I'm playing. Father of three, and so that's simple as that. There you go. But that's not the fun question, is it? No, the fun question, you said, who are you?
Yeah, so who are you?
Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you? Man tu jyot saroop hai, apna mool pachan. Oh mind, you are jyot saroop, and understand your true self. You see, that, for me, that's what Sikhi actually is. It's the discovery of the self. The real self. The real self. Now, so if we take, for example, Harpreet Baji, let's take you. Now, who are you? If I took your hand away, you know, if something not so nice happened, you didn't have a hand, would you still exist?
Yeah.
You would exist, wouldn't you? So are you your hand?
Definitely not, no.
It's part of something which is related to you, but you're not the hand. Yeah. Okay, right. So we've dealt with that.
Yeah.
that the body is part of you, but it's not the absolute you.
Yeah.
Okay. Then when you go to sleep at night,
Yeah.
and you're not aware of your body then, so you're aware of your mind, aren't you?
Yeah.
So at that point, you're definitely not experiencing the body.
Yeah.
But are you still there?
Yes.
You're still there. Okay. Now, Bardi, I want to come to you, Mr. Raj.
Yeah.
Then when you go into deep sleep,
Mm-hmm.
your body's not there, is it?
No.
You're not experiencing that at that point. Your mind is zero. So are you there?
I'm still there. I'm still aware of it.
You're
somehow.
aware of it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Mm.
And you're aware of it. What's the proof? What's the cognitive proof that you're aware of it?
So I maybe think of like
Oh,
I'm in a deep sleep state, right? And then I wake up at some point.
That's where it is. When you wake up,
when you wake up,
you're aware that you were there.
Yes.
So in
Mm.
all three states, you walking around,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
in your body,
Yeah.
you're there. What else is there? Awareness. In your dream, the dream is there projecting. What else is there?
Awareness.
In deep sleep, your mind's not there, your body's not there.
Yeah.
What's there?
Awareness.
Has your awareness got a name? Raj Singh, has your awareness got a name?
You could use any name really. There's no name. You can't.
Has it got a form?
Oh no.
It's not got a
There's
form,
no
has it?
form. There's no form.
There's no physical form of this, is there, in awareness?
Mm-mm.
So just cognitively, we've looked at 3 levels now we're operating at, in the physical world, in the dream world, and the deep sleep. What's actually true for all 3? Awareness. So you know when you say, who are you?
Yeah.
Cognitively, just through that logic,
Yeah.
awareness.
So for people who are watching this now and thinking, because some people really, really can't fathom this, like, and they're thinking, what is he talking about? So are you saying that this awareness, the same awareness that you have, is the same awareness that I have? Same one that Raj has?
Vah.
Is that what you're saying?
That's what you said. You're saying. So the real answer to your question, when you said, who are you?
Yeah.
I am you, you are me.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's no difference.
Yeah.
Awareness
Yeah.
is not individuated.
Mm.
It's universal consciousness.
But then why do we look different?
We look different because on a vavihar, on a transactional reality,
Yeah.
it's appearing that way.
Yeah.
So separation is appearing.
Yeah.
But Maharaj says in Gurbani clearly, yeah, Jag rachana sab jhoot hai. This vavihar is not absolutely
Yes.
true.
Mm.
So it's existing,
Yeah.
but temporarily.
Wow.
But
It's
awareness
like a dream.
is Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Happy Sach, Nanak Hosi Pi Sach.
Right at the start.
Sat. Yeah.
Right at
Ek
the start.
Oankar Sat.
It's just
Sat. Existing.
Sat.
Yeah. Aware. Chit.
Shit.
Yeah.
And then blissful and forever complete. Anand. Sat Chit Anand.
Wow.
That's who you really are.
So what happens when we, that Anand? So when do we get, if we're saying awareness relates to Anand?
So there's duality in your statement, you know that.
Mm.
This is now we're going into,
Yeah.
now we're going to,
Yeah.
so look, there's duality in that because you know what, there's an assumption, you're the mind experiencing Anand.
Yeah. But I'm asking from the place of a viewer that is thinking.
A viewer,
How
a
do I
viewer,
get there?
the message I'd give to the viewer right now is you really need to question the ontological status
Yeah.
of your surroundings.
Oncological. What does that mean?
So I'll explain. Yeah?
Yeah.
So for example, Bardi, that's a nice cup you got there. Let's hold that up.
Yeah.
That's a cup.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's good.
You agree that's a cup right now, yeah?
What's
What
a
is
mug?
that cup?
What's a mug?
Mug. All right, we'll go for mug.
Yeah.
Mug. What is that mug relying on to exist?
It's relying on to exist.
Ceramic, isn't it? Is it a ceramic mug or is it plastic?
Ceramic.
It's ceramic. So for it to be a mug, it's relying on ceramic. What's that ceramic relying on?
I don't know what ceramics are made of, but you can
what its production is.
some kind of compound.
Yeah. So molecular
molecular
structure,
compound. Yeah.
what's that relying on?
Atoms.
Yeah. What's that relying on? Quarks.
Keep
electrons.
boiling
You
it down.
keep going. You keep going. You keep going. So for that cup
Wow. So
to be for that mug to be a mug, it's borrowing reality to exist. Something which is borrowing reality to exist is also temporary in existence. Now that's the form of a mug.
Yeah.
In 10 years' time, where does that go? In the skip. In 100 years' time, it's in landfill, disintegrating. In 1,000 years' time, it changes form again.
So that's the same with us.
Yes. Oh, you got that. You're already there.
Yeah.
You're already there.
So anything with name and form has this.
Has this. It's reliant, mithya. It's relying on something else, and it's temporal. Therefore, it's not sat. Sat is that which never changes.
Yeah. I think that's why, obviously, from like Gatha that I've listened to say Satanam, because we refer to everything by its name, right? You wouldn't know what something is if it didn't have a name. And right at the start, Maharaj just said Satnam. So this name that if you connect to, you'll basically you unlock the truth, which is the truth. Isn't it?
You are the truth. Cognitively, we can understand this.
Yeah.
Experientially, ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਗੱਲ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ. ਇਹਦੇ condition ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ. There's conditions for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just, because you know when we have these abstract kind of conversations, it can quickly go out of control.
Yeah.
As in, we can get lost in the conversation.
Oh, yeah.
So the first question you asked me was, "Who are you?"
Mm.
And then I've said, "Look, there's an assumption in that question."
Yeah.
But in that assumption is the answer to what Sikhi is.
Yeah.
And Sikhi, to be clear to the Sangat that's listening and everyone here, is Atmarg, is the path of the Atma, that which never changes.
Okay.
So the ontological status that we talked about, so it's just a recap. The ontological status, if you now know everything's mithya and it's got borrowed reality, when we broke that down, every level, let's go level by level, it was a mug. Then we said it was ceramic. Then we said it was molecules. Then we said it was particles.
Yeah.
Then we went on to quark, well, you could go protons, neutrons, electrons, then quarks and so on. Who is present at each one of those stages? It's the consciousness.
The consciousness, yeah.
Which is witnessing, that's a mug.
Yeah.
It's the consciousness which witnesses the concept of that being made up of molecules.
Yeah.
The consciousness is there when we talk about particle.
Yeah.
Even if we hypothesize that mug, what is still there? The consciousness. Consciousness.
So when I wanna clarify something. When we say consciousness, because I think people confuse the word consciousness with like being sentient.
No.
So
So in Sikh philosophy, consciousness is not, if you're fighting, someone knocks you out, now you're unconscious.
Yes.
No. That's a physiological thing.
Mm-hmm.
No. Consciousness here is what we call adhishtan. Adhishtan, which is the substratum of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's what everything is relying on to exist.
So are these words from Gurbani?
Yeah.
So it's
Brahm.
what pervades everything, right?
Brahm, but perfect. Brahm.
I think when we were chatting the other day, you and Arjun Singh gave the analogy of these beads, right?
Yeah.
And the string that pervades all of it. Same thing as what you're saying,
Yeah.
the substratum.
The substratum. The substratum. Brahm is the substratum upon which the projection of this world is appearing.
Okay. So now how do we balance? So obviously because Maharaj does speak to us from the perspective of we are something separate, right? To allow us to merge. So could you go more into that?
We can go into that, definitely.
Yeah.
But let's get this concept locked in.
Understood, yeah.
Yeah? And we have to become established in it.
Yeah.
Established in this concept. So what we have, we know there's elements of our existence which are temporary.
Yeah.
And they're not the real us. So there's something about us which is impermanent. Yeah? And the world around us is impermanent. So we've got those two things now. So what is the goal in Sikhi? Pei parapat manak dehariya gobind milan ki e teri variya.
You've got this human body, and that's to meet the creator of the universe. Is that what it is?
To meet the self.
But what? Okay.
Yeah? Gobind milan ki e teri variya. It's appealing to the mind. So this is important. How on earth? How does it even work? What is even going on?
Yeah.
People can be watching this
Yeah.
thinking, have I got it wrong?
Yeah. I think most people do.
Right?
Most
So
people do.
let's investigate this.
Yeah.
The core problem, the core mistake is that you've placed your identity of Harvey into the mind and the body. But the mind and the body are temporary.
Yeah.
So if we say Atma is real, Atma is Sat. Atma, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, Sada Satchidanand. Huh? The Sada Anandachya, Satya is always existing, beyond change. Brahmya, all expansive. Yeah? That's Atma. So what would be the opposite of Atma? That which doesn't have those qualities, that which is temporary. Yeah? That which is limited.
Yeah.
What's the body? Temporary.
Temporary.
What's the body? Limited.
Yeah.
What's the mind? Limited. So we'll call that anatma.
Anatma.
Literally, it has...
It's the negation of...
So do you know what mistake we've made? So we call that param, or we call it a dhyas. A dhyas is superimposition.
Yeah.
When you superimpose one concept on the other.
Yeah.
So superimposition would be, so for example, if you to cover up that mug with a piece of paper, you've superimposed it. Now you're hiding the truth of the mug being there. So this is our core mistake. In a very succinct manner, we've put anatma covering atma and identified with anatma being the real us. If we say anatma is the real us, what happens to us, Raj Singh? What happens to the us? What happens to anatma?
Well, that goes through these things like sukh, dukh, suffering, pain. That's what we experience from a standard human experience. If you're not having this kind of realization, I believe.
Yeah, manmukh. The real meaning. That's the deeper meaning of manmukh.
That makes sense.
Manmukh, the one who identifies with the mind being the self.
So every time we're living.
Anatma nu atma samjh gaya nu manmukh.
Manmukh. Gurmukh is when you get it.
Gur is Chetan.
Yeah.
Gur is consciousness.
Yeah.
That's when you place your identity in consciousness.
With the true self.
Wow.
I never saw the meaning of manmukh in that way, but that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
So adhyas, the superimposition of anatma and atma, that's our mistake. Why did that occur? Due to something called avidya, lack of knowledge, is our lack of knowledge. So how do we now navigate out? So I'm not just here, I'm not going to just turn around and say, guys, this is wrong, that's wrong. No. Let's have some solutions, right? And Gurbani-based solutions as well. Not just, where's he come out with this and so on, Just for the listeners, where am I getting this knowledge from? It's from Gurbani, but at the time of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, there was an eminent poet, Sukha Singh, and he was sent by Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj to Kanchi, to study Vedanta, and then when he came back, so he got tapa from Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, and then when he came back, he wrote a granth called the Dyatam Prakash. So a lot of this interpretation of Gurbani is from Dyatam Prakash, and then reading Gurbani in this new light.
Okay.
Because this is like, I'll be very open about this. Why do you go to the gym? You go there to solve a problem. Why do you go to school? You're solving a problem. You go to your guru to solve a problem. What problem is Sikhi solving? I'm asking you, everyone listening. Is that the camera there?
Yeah.
What problem is Sikhi solving for you? Straight question. And do you know what problem it's solving? It's all the suffering. Suffering.
Yeah.
Limitation. Avidya. The lack of knowledge is causing you to be limited. A jeev. You're being a jeev. And that jeev has what? A body, a mind. And what does Sikhi do? It breaks that cup. Pehla maran kabool, jeevan ki chhad aas.
That's it.
ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਖੇਡ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਆ ਹਨਾ so our misidentification is the cause and the answer to it is vivek which means discernment being able to distinguish guess what we did for the first 20 minutes when I said what's the ontological status of that cup mug rather when I said to you who are you what's that vivek what were we discerning between what is sat and what is mithya what is absolute reality and what is borrowed reality we will share it that was vivek now we have this vivek we're like hold on if I identify this is cognitive in your mind if I identify with my mind being me my body being me oh that means I'm going to have to go through change and if I go through change I'm going to go through sok and dok up and bun up and down but if I take gyan from the guru now I've got this vivek that there's something called sat and mithya I need to reprogram myself and identify as atma because that is what mukti is that's jivan mukti realization of the self
realizing who you are what you
who
really
you
are.
really are and guess what who I really am you really am is the one thing is Brahm and that's called Brahm Gyan Brahm is what that which is Sat Chit Anand all pervasive Brahm Gyan knowledge and realization of that is a Brahm Gyan
So it's so beautiful because a lot of focus is on Shaheed Singhs. A lot of people find Sikhi through looking at the Shaheed Singhs, and it's so obviously so empowering. And but more focus needs to be based on how they obtained Shaheedi, what allowed them to put themselves in
absolutely
that.
I think that's actually a really pertinent point.
I think this is it.
Yeah, that's a pertinent point. That's a pertinent point. By Mani Singh Shaheed. Band Katai. Did you know they've got a tika of Japji Sahib? Some people know that. And in that tika, thyself. By Mani Singh, in their state, did not identify themselves as the mind body. They were Brahm themselves, hence Brahm Gyani. Har har jin doe ek hai. Hari Paramatma. The ona da bhagat har jan. Do ek hai. They're actually one. Bib vichar ka chinahe. Don't notice them as being different. Jal te upajata rang ji or jal hi bikhe samay. It's like the wave that goes up and goes back down into the ocean. Atma Paramatma ek. Bhai Mani Singh Shaheed.
Wow.
Brahm Gyani. We see the body of Bhai Mani Singh. We see, how much suffering they had gone. We're doing it through a dhyas, superimposition, with the assumption that Bhai Mani Singh, body, mind, Brahm Gyani. Puran, Sampuran Brahm Gyani.
Wow, and now when you look at Sukhmani Sahib, when they talk about what a Brahm Gyani is, now looking at it from this perspective, just all of the qualities just make so much sense.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And it's supposed to make sense. It's not supposed to be inaccessible. And I know, from me, my perspective, 42 years into life in this body, even that's got to ask that statement. But for the purpose of this conversation, so we could actually have a conversation. Sikhi is accessible. It's transformational. It's not this thing all the way over there. It's there to liberate you from the limitation of being a Jeev. Jeev as in the mind-body. It's there to free you from that. And the Shaheed Singhs, they're free from that. And they demonstrated it physically. They showed you in practicality, go on, take this limb, take this.
Wow.
No screaming, nothing. But ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਅਵਸਥਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ।
That's exactly what it is.
ਇਹੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਅਵਸਥਾ।
Beautiful. It's like understanding the wave analogy you're saying.
Yeah.
Thinking that the wave. So for people that just want to understand it a bit clearly, like in very simple terms, it's like this illusion is basically like thinking a wave is separate to the ocean, right?
Excellently
That's
put.
basically what it is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's like how, if you say no, the wave is its own thing, it's its own entity.
It may appear in a different form,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean it's different
It's
from
the
it. It's the
ocean,
same.
Yeah. So this reality is an appearance.
Mm.
I'll give you there's something else that I actually can't source who I've read. There is references in Gurbani to whatever's macrocosmically happening on a larger scale is also happening microcosmically. So to understand oneness, yeah, we could use this analogy. You know when you dream at night, so you sleep and your mind's dreaming. In that dream, let's just say Harpreet is your dream, yeah. Right, it's gonna be nice dream. It's you and your beautiful dog
Yes.
walking in the park.
Yep.
Wow, yeah. It's a sunny day. It's a beautiful dream, and you can smell the flowers and everything. So you're in this dream, yeah, and your dog is appearing separate from you, yeah, and the smell is a real thing. And down the road, all the way far down the bottom, you can see this. It's a beautiful lake. That it's appearing separate from you in the dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
It appears separate.
Yeah.
And my question is rhetorical because I'm going to answer it. Is it separate from you in the dream? Or is the dream a projection coming from your mind from a singular source, but appearing in numerous forms?
Yeah, the second, yeah.
Raj, what would you say?
It's not come from elsewhere.
It appears to be separate from you, but it's actually not.
The source is one.
Mm.
Ek hai, fir anek hai.
Wow,
Anek
and that's
hai,
all from awareness.
yeah,
And
anek
that's
hai fir ek
literally
hai.
projection of awareness.
Khel.
This is-
Ant ko fir ek.
The same way that is the same way this is.
See. So on a microcosmic level,
Yeah.
you're like Ishwar in that dream.
Yeah.
You're the creator of that dream.
Yeah. Wow.
You've got the Karta Purkro in that dream.
Mm.
Then on a macrocosmic level, in this shared reality,
Yeah.
Avi Paramatma da Suvanaya, it's a projection. Where the appearance of separate entities, we're appearing separately, but the source is one.
Yeah. So this is I'm just trying to play like not so devil's advocate, but trying to from the perspective of a lot of people, because you've probably tried this when we try to speak about oneness to people, some people just don't get it. I'm just trying to think of what their questions would be. So some people who may even be like atheists and they would just say the simple argument is like, oh, why is there suffering? And for us it's easy to say that, like it's all one. But
it's an appearance as well. So suffering's mithya, it's an appearance.
Yeah.
And if you place your identity with the mind and body, you will suffer.
Yeah.
But if suffering's an opportunity to learn.
Yeah.
That's why Maharaj just put it in the system.
Yeah.
Is to learn in that suffering that you're actually separate from the suffering. At some point you feel like there's a suffering in really deep parts of your life, really dark places.
Yeah.
But that's also the opportunity to realize consciousness as well is pervading it.
Yeah.
You're the witnesser, you're sakshi to it. If we keep identifying with the mind and the body, guess what keeps happening? You haven't learned. The system's here to help you learn how to be free.
Yeah.
Ajara Lilaya, Vichitra Natak. Main ho Param Purkh ko dasa, Guru Gobind Singh says. Dekhnayo Jagat. What does Maharaj call it? Tamasha. What does Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji say? Jo upajyo, what is created, so binas hai. Maharaj says, Supne jo sansar.
Wow. I feel like it's staring at us right in the face, but for some reason we interpret these things in other ways. Not that we've got it right. There's obviously multi ways to interpret Gurbani, in infinite ways, I assume. But I feel like these kind of teachings are so embedded into Gurbani, but we somehow, maybe it's the way things are taught in the West or something like that, that we kind of have this dual understanding. Maybe
I think also, but absolutely, that's interesting historical questions. Undeniable that that certain things that happen in the subcontinent has affect the psyche, because when the British came over, when they're trying to look at Sikhi, they're going to look at it through the lens of dualistic Christianity, me, God. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
They're not going to necessarily understand the concept of non-duality. So, and if Sikhs at that time are trying to explain to the British what this dharmic, we can call it religion, dharam, you know, it depends, you know, semantically how you want to go about that. But essentially, in explaining that, sometimes you accidentally take on the views of the person that you're trying to explain it to explain it back to them. And that can be highly problematic. The reality is, if you look at Sikhi and Gurbani, it's spasht, it's clear. Ik Oankar. Singularity to multiplicity.
Wow.
Huh? Sargun Nirankar, Sargun Nirgun Nirankar. It's all one, Sun Samadhi. This is one thing, isn't it? So, in relation to your question, you're like, there's a whole thing where you're going to say, oh, this is well abstract. Like, how does that even help me on a day to day? Well, first party, he's going to alleviate suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
And
if you actually
I think that's quite important. Yeah, but then how are you going to become established in this? This is important. How do we become established in this? We need vivek, the discernment. We've got that now, but it comes with something else that we need. Virag, dispassion. Virag from what? Something called vishay. What does vishay mean? Sense objects.
So dispassion from sense objects.
Because if we're obsessed with physical objects, which are mithya, which identity are we reinforcing?
The false
The false one. Anatma te anatma. That's why we do Nityanam. That's why we do Amrit Vela. Jada Amrit Vela pa jagde, when we get up at Amrit Vela, then that is the point you get established in Brahm, in the mind. So you're prepared for the day.
Prepared for the day, I understand. That's why Maharaj gave us these certain times, you know?
Hanji.
Morning, even like Rera Sahib.
Yeah, because if we don't do a Nityanam and we just get up and go about worldly activity, you're reinforcing the Natma de Atma.
Yeah.
Amrita Vela, flipping it. We're flipping it. On purpose.
Yeah.
Atma. Hon Nama pa japada. Naam khate japida. Because I said, what was the first thing was Vivek, innit? Vivek, cognitively, we know about Vivek, and this is something you can apply throughout your day. This moment will pass. This is temporary. Yeah? But how we get the Virag? That's to get Virag, and for the mind to be Viragi, to be a point where it's not attached to the worldly vishay objects, you need something called phalatyag. You have to let go of the outcome.
Okay.
That's the secret.
Wow. And that's so mad. That can literally be applied into fighting as well.
Go for it. No. Do it now. Do it now.
Yeah. You know what? Every time I've had a conversation with you on the phone as well, and I've asked you just questions about Sikhi and everything, you always relate it back to fighting. And it's just beautiful how much it can be related. It's like, for you to do good in a fight, you have to detach yourself with the outcome, because then you're not aware. Because then it's a fear. Because then there's the fear of losing, right? And what's Sikhi say? Nirbhav. So.
Look, that's perfect. From detachment, what was born? Nirbhav.
Wow.
From detachment, what was born? Non-duality. What's the base of fear? Duality. There has to be someone perceiving fear, someone emanating the fear.
Wow.
Two have to be there.
It's crazy how like growing up, you see it. No fear, no hate. You don't deep it, but the whole time it was telling you about awareness.
Nirvar, we're enemies because there's no two. There's no two.
How can you
so
have
there
an
has to be A and B for there to be enemy.
Yeah.
But सारा कुछ तो ब्रह्म है, सब गोविंद है, सब गोविंद है, सब गोविंद है. है ना?
I just want to be in Samadhi now.
Who wants to be in Samadhi? Sorry, I know. This is how Vivek. Look at the level of discernment you need, the level of objectivity.
Yeah.
The sharpness of the buddhi, the intellect has to be so sharp of a Sikh. How sharp has it got to
it
be?
has to be so sharp. And then,
So true.
and I
And
tell
imagine if we taught our kids this young.
yeah.
Do you think they'd have any issues at school learning maths, English, and science? No. It'd be a walk in
Yeah,
the park.
we walk in the park. Yeah,
It would be a walk in the park, talking to your kids and saying to them, listen, there's a part of you which never changes, and that's the real you. What are you giving that child? You give them liberation. You give them freedom from pain. Isn't that what parenting is? Are we here just to make taxpayers? Is that what are we having our kids so they become law-abiding taxpayers? Or when the kids, Maharaj blesses these kids into these households, it's to give them jnana of what? Brahm.
Prepare them for detachment.
And that's what a Sikh household, that's the primary aim of it. But what's the reality? What's happened? What are Sikhs known for? Man, these mans are rich, bruv. That's all my kids ever say at school. So you Sikh, you must have a big house and a big car.
Yeah. And you got, like,
so what do we do as a collective? What are we known for?
Even drinking.
Anatma te atma da vivek sadhya.
Worldly
We've
matters.
identified with the world. Bus, world.
That's the thing, is a slippery slope as well, because we have to use Vedanta in this in the world, which no it doesn't really actively teaches you that as much as Sikhi does.
Yeah.
But no one's listening to
even
Sikhi.
Vedanta is a name, yeah? The reality is non-duality.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because in some people say, oh, this is taken from something. No, it's non-duality and it's the absolute truth. And it was there before that word was even there.
Yeah. It's just what it is.
It is what it is. It's timeless.
Yeah.
It was there before that word was even there.
Yeah.
Because what happens is people try to politicize ideas. Baba, jeri cheez satya. Jeri cheez kade badali nahi.
You can't put names.
Jeri cheez kade banai bhi nahi gayi. Sadaiya. How can you claim political identity on that?
It's true.
How can you say where the origin of that thought came from our people? Baba, it's always there. Sadaiya. Hana?
All right. Fat Singhs.
Pause. Cut, bro. Cut.
Harpreet Singh, you went through what Vivek is, discernment, and that essentially allows us to differentiate between, what is reality, actual reality, and what is the borrowed reality, you see. And then you apply that into your everyday life. You then talked about Vairag and said that kind of comes after, I guess. What is that? What's the process of that? And what does that really mean?
So Vairag is dispassion. So dispassion, detachment to what? Visha, to sense objects. Because that reinforces the identity, I'm the mind, I'm the body. Yeah? So what is the cause of that? It is kamna, desire. So if you have a desire, what identity are you reinforcing? How are you going to fulfill your desire? You're going to do it through your five senses. So if you're attached to fulfilling your five senses constantly, you're therefore reinforcing anatma. And that's going to lead to what? Pain, suffering, karma. You become the karta, the doer, and the bhogta. What's all of that driven by? Hankar. Hankar drives this.
Karta Purk, Dan Karta Purk.
Now, karta purk is referring to the qualities of ik.
Yeah,
Karta bhogta is actually a parm. It's actually a delusion.
So that's the misidentification.
It's a misidentification. Fantastic. That is bang on. It is the misidentification. Because you become the karta and bhogta through misidentification. And where is it rooted in? Hankar. What comes out of hankar? Kam, krodh, lobh, and more. Kam is your desire to have something. Then if you desire to have something, what are you desiring it through? Your senses. So you desire, for example, let's just say alcohol. So you have a desire for alcohol. You then, what do? You then make a plan to fulfill that desire. I'm going to go to work, earn some money. This is not every single process when it comes to getting alcohol, but just giving it for example. You would then say, okay, then I'm going to go to the shop, then I'm going to drink it, then anandana. I'm going to be what? Free. wow. It's really weird. You know, when people are following their desires, they're indirectly seeking liberation.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
They're always searching for
they're
something, right?
indirectly, because what is it? It's that moment of aha,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hongalbani.
Yeah.
You know that aha? What is that? That's temporary freedom.
Realization.
Yeah.
That's temporary suspension of what?
Suffering.
Yes. Yes. But it's temporary.
The suffering is it's temporary. Yeah,
It's temporary suspension.
Yeah.
And guess what happened to when you up to the point you drank that alcohol? You created loads of impressions in your mind and habitual impressions. Yeah? So the mind is now getting conditioned more and more. Then you've had the alcohol, you got that little bit of enjoyment at the end. Yeah, false and none.
False enough.
Yeah, false. Yeah.
It's temporary, isn't it?
Temporary little bit of enjoyment you had.
What does Anand mean?
Anand, people say bliss.
Yeah.
Another definition is completeness.
Completeness. Okay.
Completeness. If you look at completeness, what does that sound like? Brahm.
So what's the Garbani in eternal bliss? What's the Pankti?
So you know we said Brahm is Sat Chit Anand.
Yeah.
So who are the real you?
Yeah.
You're Brahm.
Yeah.
The real you is Brahm, yeah? Then Anand is one of the nature of Brahm is Anand.
Okay.
Because if you think of it, if something's Brahm, it's unbroken.
Yep.
So what is it automatically? It's existing.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's aware that it's existing and it's complete. Yeah. There's so much beautiful logic that comes out of this. I know we're going on a side point, but it's a beautiful one. Brahm, if Brahm is all pervasive, it also means what? Brahm is also a khand, can't be chopped into to pieces.
Unbroken.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If Brahm is always there, Sat, then it must be Akal as well. Because it's Sat, it's always there, always existing. Akal means beyond time. Beyond...
Akal kala parpura hai.
Yeah.
It's like this. Your power is unfragmented.
Unfragmented.
Wow.
And it's
He was
everywhere.
talking about the
So
fragments.
Anand is bliss. It's also complete.
Yeah.
Complete. It doesn't. If something's complete, Raj Singh, does it need something else to exist? No. So it's also Sahibang. Look at the logic of the Mool Mantra as well.
Oh, the Mool Mantra is...
Look at the logic just in the Mool Mantra.
We read, if someone studies...
beautiful.
Yeah, if someone just studies Mool Mantra, does a biyas of it, write notes on it, on each... Is it... When you say
each
word...
Shabad, yeah.
Yeah, Shabad, right?
Yeah.
The understanding is crazy.
It is.
It's just mean, how does it relate to you? How does no fear relate to you? When was the time that you experienced fear? Explain your thoughts about that. When was the time, Karta Purk, where you felt like something was just being done for you? My breath, it's just being done for me. I'm waking up.
So there's different levels so you can reflect.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But ultimately, that Gatha is about the self as well.
Yeah.
Har jindo ek hai, bib vichar kachna hai, jal te upar, the wave, jal hi bikhe samaya. Hana? Yeah. Not you, the ego.
Yeah.
Not you, the mind.
Yeah.
You can't go around on the street and start saying, "Oh, I'm God."
Yeah.
Nah, you misunderstood the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because the mind of the body is jar. It's inert.
But
it's temporary. It's mithya.
Indirectly, some people that take the roop of an Amritari Singh, the Guru's roop, essentially are doing that. They're replacing their old ego with another ego. Now they're like, I'm super Singh. I'm superhuman.
You know what?
And that's the issue why we have these.
Yeah, Harvey, I couldn't put it better myself.
Like we're talking about
for a lot
of
this is really interesting point. Yeah. So the bigger topic here was Vairag, and now we've gone into this another area, but it's very worth addressing much of it. For a lot of people, Sikhi is a superimposition onto their ego.
Yes.
What a tragedy.
Yeah. The Pradhans.
No, so I don't name, yeah.
Sorry,
but you could do that. you can do that. But from my perspective, this perspective, the mind and body still there. Then the Sikhi is another superimposition. Religion's added on top of that.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Yeah. It's even worse than
It's
just
even
being
worse. You got more layers to peel
Because
off.
the
now.
thing,
Yeah.
the philosophy which told you, "Pehla maran kabool jeevan ki chadas," you now weaponize that into giving you an ultra ego.
Oh shit.
Pek dakhayo
Yeah.
jagat ko.
Yeah.
Pek logan ko baskeen
Mm.
baskeen Maharaj maaf karo. Pek dakhayo jagat ko logan ko baskeen ant kaal kaati kateo baas nark molin. Maharaj says, if you show that fake face,
Mm.
in the end, tusi narka ch jaonge.
Wow.
It's also logical because that person's identified as the mind body and then used religion as a hegemonic power to control other people.
Wow.
We've got to be careful here
That's a mahapap.
and teach your kids. Teach your kids a superimposition and say, watch out. Some people are looking religious these days,
Yeah.
but really that religion's an alter ego hiding toxic traits from themselves. Because what it is, the roop of a Singh is real good. It's a real good disguise, bro. Real good
100%.
disguise for many people. When I spoke to hundreds of Singhs, and some of them, when I speak to them, they can't even tell you the truth, man.
So I'm the one who go tell you Mumantar.
No, so they can't even, they haven't got the vivek to discern, to tell you the truth.
That's what I'm saying. They just looked
So
at
I'm like, so it does become disheartening because if you're sad to daddy second, you're looking from outside. You're like, well, my monna mates are better than them lot.
Yeah. A lot of people do think
My mates that drink on a Friday, they got more morals than those lot. It does happen. I'm saying it straight, you know. And I'm not like, oh, loser for, I don't care. Just being blunt. Yeah. I'm saying it from my personal perspective that I've got friends that are monne that have more morals than some of the things.
100%. Same
What's going on here, mate? Baba sochne wali gall hai, siddhi kehndे ਆਪਾਂ, I'm just saying it straight. Some of them are dressed in, they got everything on them. Where's the Atam Gyan? Where's the Vivek? Where's the Virag? We had this discussion. This is on Virag, yeah. Where's the Virag of Vishay? So the unattachment to physical items. I'm giving stories. Men are taking copious amounts of drugs, then eating copious amounts of food, and the deads are out here. Brahm da gyan hai. Kiya. Brahm da gyan hai. That has nothing to do with it. What's happening to a lot of people, I'm not saying everyone's like this, but I'm saying it straight.
A large
Sikhi
population
has become a superimposition onto the ego.
Yeah.
When in reality it's the opposite.
That's the whole point.
Jedi Sikhiya is actually self-sacrifice of the ego. You're actually losing everything you had.
The removal.
Not gaining loads of stuff. We're not adding more onto this. We're actually removing the layers. That's what removing your pap is. That's what removing Vasna is. Vasna is latent impressions. It's like a cloud with all your karam in it. Why? Based on the thing that I'm a mind, I'm a body.
That's what we did at the beginning, where we said, are you the body, are you the mind? And we went through it, through inquiring into ourselves, and we realized, actually, I'm not the mind or the body. So we're removing these things and realizing what are we actually.
So the practical aspect of it is the virag.
Makes sense.
So through our sense organs, if all day we're addicted to stuff, and we're enforcing bad habits, we're reinforcing the identity which we're trying to actually lose. That's what it comes down to. That's why we do Nama Abhyas. Why is Nama Abhyas important? Well, earlier on, I found some props. And here we have. This is like a glass. It's a container. And in the container, we've got a liquid, which is a mix of coffee and bunny, right? But anyway, what do you notice? Is it clear? It's not clear, is it?
No.
So if I took this outside, would I see the reflection of the sky in it? No. Okay, what does this actually mean? What does each thing represent? So the glass is the container. That's your body. That in there is your mind. Our mind there. And that mind, is that a clear mind? No, it's mela. And why am I mixing it? Why am I doing that? It's also a mind which has got constant thoughts and change. and male in it. It's got both. Are you going to see
Your reflection in that.
of the self?
Yeah, the true reflection.
Paramatma ta ek kya?
Yeah,
We haven't got individual reflections.
yeah.
है ना?
Yeah.
Ek atma. है ना? How are you going to see it if the mind is full of male? What's causing that male? Kamana, desire. And why is this Jeev bound by ego? Because he thinks he's the cup and the bunny.
Wow. Thinks we are the mind.
So what
and
does
the
it mean in a practical sense? All this abstract philosophy, what it means in a practical sense is you have to make this bunny clear.
body. And another.
still.
Yeah.
Still.
And still.
Ah. Clear and still. You have to make it clear and still. How do you do that? That's where you say, mate, you need to be a good person.
Yeah.
Do you get it now?
Yeah.
So now we're moving. The conversation's gone from this. We've got. I would say people use the word deep too quickly. I'd say we've got the actual basics of Sikhi
Yeah.
intact.
The true basics.
Yeah, the basics. Yeah, the basics are intact. Now let's move on to in Vavihar, in this temporary reality. How does this now look like? How does one switch it to Atma, not Anatma? So enuhan saaf karna, baba naam japna pena. Onnahana, what happens? That stillness is going to come.
Happens, yeah.
So to get the mal out, nishkam karm, nehkami karm. Gurbani kanda, nehkami. Without desire for physical objects.
And once you obtain that stillness, which doesn't have desire.
So
for
what
physical
qualities is this mind going to develop? Just by logic, it's going to develop what? Such. Speaking the truth. Why? Because sometimes when you speak the truth, you don't gain anything. Sometimes you lose something.
Oh wow.
Kamana katagi. Yeah? Santok comes later, but kima, forgiveness. Forgiving people. Why? Because you're not attached to an outcome. You're not obsessed with what that person thinks of me. Non-dual.
Yeah,
That's non-dual.
Yeah.
Kima is non-dualistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about
And you're also not attached to what's happened.
Exactly. Phal nu tyagta. You got rid of the result.
Yeah.
Onu tyagta.
Nirvair,
Nirvair, himmat, kima, daya, compassion. What's compassion born at? Knowing from Vivek that everything's one anyway.
So all these qualities not are not obtained, they're found when
They're already there.
Yeah.
That's the natural
You're not
nature
Yeah.
experienced through the
Couldn't put it
body.
better. It is naturally it ਪੈਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਲਿਖ ਨੂੰ ਰੱਪੀ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ the qualities of a Gursik.
Yeah.
Seva. What's seva?
Selfless.
So let's look. What is seva? Seva is an interesting. I have people come up to me and say, "Bah, I don't bear seva." Is that seva now?
Nah.
No.
Yeah,
Why? What happened? What do they attach to it?
They attach it to the false identity of themselves. Yeah.
Well, seva. Whenever we hear the word seva, nehkami, nishkami, without kamana.
You just do it.
You just do it. And as seva, if you're in the Gurdwara, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਭਾਂਡੇ ਮਾਨਤੇ ਆ, yeah? You're doing it in langar seva. Naam abhyas karo. So what you're doing both at once now. You're getting the stillness, ekagar, and nishkam. You don't announce it to the whole world afterwards. That's like rolling around in the mud after having a bath.
Wow.
Yeah.
That comes up in
like
Gurbani as well.
Is it?
I forgot the Bhakti, but it does refer to some similar metaphor there. Sorry, that was a simile, wasn't it? Yeah. So
doing good deeds, and just to say that you're a good person,
and announcing it.
And
what do you think social media is?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got it myself.
Yeah, that's what.
Constantly done bare seva, man. I did seva there, mate. The whole point of seva was to get into virag, and then to flip the identification. This is so important. So this journey to this Atmarg, the journey of Atma, and realizing the self, a natural outcome is a transformation in the personality, because you need to be detached from outcomes. It's not something now I have to be a good person.
No,
I now have to go and do seva.
no.
Can you see the slight, subtle difference there? It's not that. It's a natural occurrence.
So so the first step for someone listening to this, even us, like even myself, like going away from this, is not thinking I need to do something, I need to do this, do that, but more so just, a thought comes and just sort of ignore that cloud of thought, let that train.
You're
go
not the
by.
thought, are you?
Exactly.
Ah. If you shut your eyes and I said elephant, cat, dog,
I was trying not to do it.
you don't transform into them. They're just a thought. You're the witnesser of that.
Yeah.
There's another practical
Indeed.
exercise. We've got a few practical exercises to, from Vivek perspective.
Yeah.
We had the cognitive, what's real, what's not real. Then you applied it to yourself.
Mhm.
These are practical cognitive exercises that then should help you realign your goals to
So how so all this stuff you mentioned, so we've said that we're not the mind and the body. That's what Sikhi is telling us. Now some people will say, well, if I'm not the mind and body, then I should, like, why am I being told to train? I can just live with having a big
So
day.
this knowledge we've discussed
Yeah.
has to be physically protected.
Yeah.
So if this knowledge was under threat, so look in time Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj,
Yeah.
there's a court of Guru Gobind Singh, all this knowledge is about.
Yeah.
You have to physically protect it.
Yeah.
This knowledge is also occurring in Maya. This knowledge is also a projection.
Mm.
Here you go. Then you have to give it physical protection. Dharam Jalavan Sant Ubaran. The Sant aspect needs protecting. The Brahm Gyan, the Atmic Gyan, sometimes requires physical protection. Otherwise, it won't be passed to the next generation. That makes sense, doesn't it?
That makes sense. Otherwise, it can be a little bit selfish in the sense that you're just keeping it to yourself, and you don't mind if it dies with you in that sense. But I guess the natural conclusion of having this realization is that you want everyone else to feel that way too, or to understand this too. In that sense,
what was that? Compassion.
Compassion, exactly.
Why? Because they're no different from you.
Exactly. So in that sense, you want to then protect. You then want to protect it. That comes after. That comes after compassion. You want to protect this now because you want others to also know this.
Would you give your life up for it?
100%.
Why? Because you're not the body and you're not the mind. The
'Cause
true
this-
warrior, Khalsa mera roop hai khas. That clean Bani. That's Khalsa.
That has to be obtained.
Nehkami.
Yeah.
Khalsa. That's your true state, bro.
Yeah.
Can you see the difference here?
Yeah.
How Prachar of Sikhi is all about obtaining, gaining, gaining.
Yeah,
but if you look at it from the spiritual side, it's actually Bella Maran Kabul. Like, leave your ego at the door. Leave everything bad. Let go. And then the true nature of the sattvic mind, the clear mind, it has all these gone in it already. That's your true nature. It's beautiful, man. Baba Sikhi, it's so beautiful. And it's two ways. Now, if we flip on that, so, we didn't just leave it at abstract philosophy. We now got into, no, there's a real practical implication of this.
Yeah.
There is a real practical, and absolutely. If you're somebody who can't control their mind, can't get out of bed and train, do you think you're going to stop a negative thought coming in? You think you're going to have the mental strength? People are like, say to me now, I'm 42, right? And, I'm probably about 42. I've got the body. The body it's got a really bad back injury, not a good one at all. Yeah. The right knee's pretty much gone. Right shoulder's pretty much gone. Yeah. These are the cartilage and all sorts of injuries are there. What? From playing sport whilst I was overweight. I'll just be blunt. Yeah, I was way overweight, way heavier than this. I was playing sport. Now, my own friends are like, why are you training so hard? I said, to you think I'm training the body. I'm training the mind. I'm not training the body.
Yeah.
That's a side result that's going on. I'm training the mind.
Yeah.
What does the mind want to do? It wants to sit there, eat, watch TV. It wants to be comfortable. When it wants to be comfortable, let's go back to the original thing. What are you reinforcing? Visha. Visha, what is that? Physical object. That's the opposite to Vira. And then what you're doing, you're identifying as the body. Then you're identifying as Karta Bogta. But if you train your body, that's your mind doesn't want to do this. You're then flipping it around. Physical training and spiritual training go hand in hand. They're not two separate things. I mean, what's your experiences? You've seen all sorts of things now. You've seen, tell me, like, what have you seen in terms of physicality? What are you seeing? You know, you guys train all the time. Are you noticing any problems, any patterns? What are you guys saying?
So I think in recent times, especially since Raj Singh joined the band, he definitely was advocating a lot for Singhs. You know, that first eye opener for Singhs, I think, from basic Sikhi Sangat to start coming to train. And in our Wednesday jiu-jitsu classes now, we've got a lot of Singhs who are now training. Some of them used to be overweight. But in general, it's seeing a lot of Singhs that are very proud. It's like 99.9% of Singhs don't care about the physical state. And
that's quite disturbing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Considering Guru Gobind Singh said, Dharam chalavan santo bharam. That's a hukum, that is.
Yeah.
So if you're going to chala dharam, righteousness, once you know you've got this atmic gyan there cognitively, we're all still working on, right?
Yeah, even Harpreet Singh wasn't completely ready to take Amrit. If I sit here and say it like the way an Amritari really should be prepared in terms of really losing the ego, I'm only starting to start that journey now. Realize that I need to wash away this ego completely. Looking back, I'm like, there was a little bit of me like proud to be a Singh.
I think that's what Amrit did. That's the journey. That's the start. Remember, you've now been put on the start line. The Guru's now giving you,
but then
the
again,
tools.
is it like?
Obviously, you should uphold yourself to a certain standard, of course. By in
if you're going to join the Khalsa, surely
the
physical aspect has to be really important.
Yeah,
obviously, some people are going to have medical conditions. We accept that. But if you're able, you've surely got to train.
Yeah, definitely.
Like there's no. I'm 42. Back's falling off.
Yeah,
knees flipping falling off down there.
Yeah,
still putting like 3 days cardio, like 50 minutes each, then 2 to 3 days weights. I don't have to do that. I could just sit here and say I'm not Atma. My dead will be out there.
Yeah.
Why not I do that?
You just got to go up to the mountains.
It's a lie. I'm lying to people. The truth is, I'm addicted to rasna. If I keep eating, my dead's out here. I'm reinforcing the mind body. That's the truth. That's the truth, and that's the truth some people don't want to hear. They just want no chardi kalaji. Chal Maharaj da hukum hai. Nah, mate. What's Maharaj's hukum? Maharaj's hukum is falanu tyago. Mate, guys are eating like there's no tomorrow. Tusi nahi kuch tyagi nahi tusi bane. Khals nahi hoye. Tyagi means detached. Khals means pure. That cup there has to be clear. Fair to see up Maharaj's hukum. Hukum means command. Maharaj's hukum is in Gurbani, and it is to do what? To identify as the Atma. How do you do that? You have to let go of Vishay. How do you do that? Control the tongue.
I think like we look at Nashe and everything. We look at that. That's obviously like a bujikret, of course.
Some people say it is. Some people don't. But I'll give you the context of it. You know, to this day and age, if you're young, you shouldn't be on anything. I don't care. I don't care. You know what you've read. What you're doing. No. If you're in your 60, if you're 16 to 25, you should be building up to be an absolute machine. Spiritual, you should be doing bhakti, part. You should be pushing yourself. At school, you should be the smartest. In the gym, you should be the strongest. In the vidya, you should be studying the hardest. You push every single boundary. Do you know why? Because you have to kill your ego to do that as well. Once you get to a certain level, you're like, I'm better than everyone else. That's what happens. But you have to the real sort of man.
It's just purpose, right?
It's just purpose. And this, as all the youngsters, if you're watching this, if you're flunking school and you're saying it's hukum, you're fake and you're wrong. Maharaj is Guru Gobind Singh Ji, 15 languages. 15 languages. And some of those languages, writing poetry in those languages. Yeah? Writing Sikh philosophy in those languages. Writing historical grunts in those languages. Then is riding the horse like the best horse rider ever, the best horseback archer ever, the best with a talwar, and's a guru, and's making political decisions. Some of you guys can't even master GCSE English. Thoda ja sharm kar lo. Sort yourself out.
I think young.
Sorry, brother.
No, perfect. We needed that.
No. Did failing GCSE English.
GCSE
They're saying we're the sons of Guru Gobind Singh. They're flunking it because they've got some sort of special educational need.
No.
Pure laziness.
Yeah.
And then using hukam, then using the bana as an excuse.
Yeah.
Unacceptable, bruv.
Yeah.
Not having it, bruv.
Yeah.
Not having it, bruv.
These, they're not even things. Straight up, these things you wear the barnet and the roadman and think that
The roadman, I don't even know what that's about.
You're
gotta
not
go.
saying we don't claim you. Simple as that. Like these young.
We've got to fix up, but at the
I've heard
same
some mad
time, you know,
stories.
like you say, we don't claim them. I claim them, and I'm shouting at them.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys straight, you need to fix up.
We've got to teach.
This needs to be dealt with, man.
Yeah.
A sing here in the UK, sing or singly, you should be the best in your class. You should be the fastest on the field. You should be the best at home, cleaning up, tidying up. Anything, you push it to the limit. That's killing your hangar.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to do it, bruv.
Yeah.
You just want to sit there and relax.
Yeah.
And just say, I'm Maharaj's Forge. I'm Sharomni, that means the highest. What? Because you wore the Bana, you're Sharomni. Nah. This is some next kid. Look at actually your Guru's hukum. I know I'm shouting.
That's
But
brilliant.
when sometimes I go through Instagram and it's just like, you're looking for it and you're like, you're saying your Maharaj is Khalsa, but you couldn't even do 100 meters, mate.
Yeah.
It's not happening, bro. What? Who are we trying to kid here?
Mm.
And these youngsters, you're a great example. You're a great example. This is why I support you 100% in these podcasts. Because you're showing these kids, Sara kuch karna paina, and to be a Singh, you're going to have to learn this.
Yeah.
And another thing I need to address, is some of the Singhs, they're out of shape. They're going to Gatka Akhade as well.
Yeah.
You tell me, it's good that they go to Gatka Akhada, but can they fight without shastar? That's important as well.
Very important.
Now, I know, when I was young, and even up to my late 30s, every Sikh should be doing martial arts.
Mm.
Girl, boy, jo marji hove.
Mm.
There is no excuse for this.
Yeah.
There's no excuse. How are we going to protect this gyan?
Yeah.
This gyan that we just spent a half an hour, 40 minutes, was it probably an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How are we going to protect it
Yeah.
if we can't even train properly to see the soul? So the job of every Sikh parent is to make sure the kids are in martial arts. They should be doing stand up, take your pick, karate, kickboxing, Muay Thai, whatever you want. And then there should be groundwork introduced at some point.
Yeah.
Then Gataka.
There you go.
Then Gataka comes.
build it up.
By that time, they're fit, strong, they've got the basics in place, they develop the discipline, the mental discipline. Fair to see Shastar di gal kar sakde ha.
Mm.
Bellani, you're out of shape, then straight Shastar. What are you going to do then?
Yeah.
You're going to go straight to the Shastar.
Yeah.
But there's bits in between that we're missing. And this needs to be done. I know you probably think he's gone from peaceful to passionate.
No.
But Siddiyan Gallaya,
Sounds true.
this is straight Gallan. They're just straight to your face.
Yeah.
And you guys, what you're doing here is brilliant. I think at the end of the day, I support it 100%. Like,
No.
I've got 3 kids. I've got 2 girls. What do you think most of our people do with the girls? What do they do with the girls? Do they let them train?
Normally they
most
don't.
people don't.
The eldest is like bronze medalist, full contact karate champion.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That doesn't matter, but the what does matter is we actually pursued it.
Yeah.
It's not so much the accolade that
Yeah,
she has;
yeah.
it's pursued actively by parents.
Yeah.
Both of the girls fight,
Mm.
and then obviously my son fights as well, and they all do martial arts. We have to give this as parents. There's no excuse, man.
Yeah.
There's
There is
no
a trend.
excuse.
We are starting to see a trend. Like at Beast Fighting, we got a lot of the kids' classes growing like crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of kids' classes.
So
are
so it's positive now.
It's
It's-
turning
I'm
positive.
happy,
It's
man.
going in the right direction.
Why? Because of people like you exposing it, doing a podcast.
I think other people
You're
are realizing
celebrating
as
it.
well what's happening with the kids on social media. They're seeing what kids are going through
Yeah.
and the bullying and stuff. And the same reason because my dad used to go through get bullied and stuff. So he got me into martial arts for that same reason.
That's it.
And I can't even explain how much it's helped me. And
But it helps your Sikhi. They're not two different things. They're not. They're interchangeable.
Yeah.
That brings us to Sant Sipahi then.
Yes.
So what is Sant Sipahi?
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਤਮਾ ਦਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ ਉਹ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਆ
Wow. Wow.
yeah the one who's protecting Brahm, the knowledge of Brahm, yeah, the one who's protecting the Sant, ਧਰਮ ਚਲਾਵਨ ਸੰਤ ਉਬਾਰਨ. It's not I'm Shiromani because I belong to this jatha. No, that's diametrically opposed. It's the spiritual warrior.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Your sarir is given to the panth to do seva. You recognize I'm not the sarir. You recognize I'm not the mind. So we operate on three. Sant Sipahi operates from my research on three levels. The body is a vehicle for seva.
Yeah.
ठीक है? So you got to do the ghar de kam bhi karne naal de naal, but then your spare time you have, put it back into community.
Yeah.
The mind, onna tusi naam japana. ठीक है? Man de naal naam japna to create chitta shuddhi. Yeah, a clear mind. Sarir nu tusi dunya ch seva chalona. Then what's left? Atma. ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਸਦਾ ਹੀ ਜੁੜਿਆ ਆ.
Yeah.
3 levels.
Yeah.
Atma is self. ਸਦਾ ਹੀ ਸਦਾ ਸੱਚ ਦਾ ਆਨੰਦ ਸਤਰੰਗ ਪਰਨਾਸੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ.
Yeah.
Mind ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੁੱਧ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਾਮ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਕਰਕੇ. ਸਰੀਰ ਪੰਥ ਦੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਾਉਣਾ. Can you see?
Yeah.
That is literally it in a very concise way. And if it's not that for you,
there's only one
Lord,
way.
that's a
Yeah.
superimposition. You've superimposed the ego. You're a toxic individual. You've now dressed it up into further toxicity.
Yeah.
That goes for all the jathe.
Yeah.
All the jathe. Siddhiyan gallan ya baba. All of them. There's Mahapurkh in there. Yeah. But then there's a lot of other things happening where it's ego based.
Yeah.
It's ego based. And that's holding us back. And it's actually that diametrically opposed to what Maharaj says. Pekh dikhao jagat ko logan ko vaskeen antakal kati kateo bas nark molin. Hana?
Yeah.
The Sant and the Sant Sipahi is that's your father. That's Guru Gobind Singh. It's Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj.
There's two other things I wanted to speak about. One being the what's it called again? The prison visits that you do.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Chaplaincy.
Chaplaincy. Can you go into that? What sort of you've met Singhs in there?
I've met Singhs in there.
Yeah. Can you go into any stories?
I can't go too much because they're still in there.
Yeah.
But I can give you overview in terms of idea because at the end of the day they deserve their privacy and from a professional perspective it's not appropriate.
Yeah.
But I could tell you a few things. I'll tell you a few things. Parenting is so important. That's the first thing that I've got from it. As a parent, it is important to economically provide for your child. I understand that. So work does take a priority and everyone has a unique financial situation. And because of that, it can restrict time you spend with your kids. But when you do spend that time with your kids, please teach them the values of Sikhi.
Don't just watch TV with them.
Don't just sit there watch TV with them. Don't let them just be on their phone all the time. Talk about the Atma. Talk about Nama Bias. Yeah. Get them into training. Because you know what? 9 out of the 10 people I see in there, it's very complex home situations.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, that makes
I ain't going
sense.
to turn around and say, oh, they're all bad. It's not that simple.
Just...
But I'm not also saying they're not responsible. No, each individual has a sense of responsibility and they're there because they deserve to be there. But I'm saying from a preventative approach, we really need to look into parenting. People quickly blame Godware. They say Godware, this, that. A lot of the time, the parents as well. And I'm saying that as a parent. And I'll say this out on the podcast. I'm not saying I'm a perfect parent. Listen, I'll make mistakes daily. Daily mistakes. All I'm doing as a parent is I'm just reducing the possibility of failure by being a good parent. Let me explain. So, for example, one of my kids, if I've given them financial support, taught them all this Atmic Gyan, taught them Sikh Ityas, Santya, everything's done. And in their mid-20s, they meet someone who's just off the rails. That work can get undone very quickly. So I'm saying to you, don't be attached to the outcome of your parenting. Just do what's right as you go along. And then if something does go wrong down the line, which is out of your control, don't beat yourself up about it. ਉਹਨੂੰ ਤਿਆਗ ਦਿਓ. ਉਹ ਵੀ ਤਿਆਗ ਦਿਓ. No, I'm not saying get rid of your child. I'm saying, you know, the outcome. Sometimes it's, yeah, Lord, could you imagine that? I'm saying, or did I, you know, that situation, it's not in your control. So as a parent, if you've done everything to the best of your ability and it's not worked out, you shouldn't kick yourself.
It's just
But if you're not putting the effort in, you should kick yourself. Can you see how all the way from Vivek, where we talked about what's true and what's not true. Can you see how that level of analysis can easily be applied to improve your life now?
To every responsibility.
To everything.
To everything. That level of analysis where you're questioning ontological reality develops the mind in such a way that you're able to analyze your situation and actually come to a better conclusion in terms of what should be done.
Wow.
Sikhi is beautiful.
Amazing. So my other thing I was gonna ask was obviously this stuff is very, very intense, right? For the average viewer who may not have seen this stuff, and some people will probably raise a question about, does that mean Singhs can't have fun? And obviously, knowing you're an Arsenal fan, which is a shame. It's a shame, but you.
My body and mind are Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
The Atma is not attached to no football team.
Yeah, but it's like this analogy that I've been thinking of recently. You could probably share some as well, which is like, you can, there's nothing wrong with kicking back, now, at times during the day, obviously when you got your responsibilities in order. One analogy I was thinking about is, say if you're going for a long trip from London to Manchester, you could stop off, get a Starbucks, you could stop off, a service station, get a Subway, get some food, but don't start driving back, innit? So that's the same thing with Sikhi, I think. It's like, along this journey, enjoy the journey, put the windows down, stop off some, once or twice. It's like, it's that same thing, stop. But what that stop off is like 10 minutes in your journey, 10 minutes of your 4 or 5 hour journey.
Yeah, I'm not saying don't enjoy life. I'm saying don't get attached to enjoyment.
Yeah.
See, it's like,
It's true.
Don't get attached to enjoyment.
And the more you do enjoy,
it just is.
Yeah.
For that moment, it just is, and it's gonna pass. Be established in Brahm. I'm not saying I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't be attached to it.
Yeah.
ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਖਾ ਲਿਆ 2 ਹਫ਼ਤੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗਾ 20 ਵਾਰੀ ਖਾ ਲਿਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੋਟੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ. Sikh is very practical. People think that Atmic Gyan is so abstract it can't apply to your life. Totally false. We've just proven that here in this podcast, that Vivek will actually save you from a lot of bad decisions.
Yeah, 100%.
Virag is going to save you from addictions and more bad decisions.
Wow.
That is why we're here.
Yeah.
To understand that Gyan and then apply it in these. Everything's a test, right? You could do it the wrong way or you could do it the right way. It's not like we're just here for no reason. It's apply this Gyan that you're saying.
Yeah, the Gyan, Maharaj, the Gyan is just too good because working on those 3 levels I was saying.
Yeah.
Those 3 levels that keep, if you keep those 3 levels in mind and you read Gurbani, you'll read Shabads, and some of them are working from different levels of those 3 levels.
Wow.
What I mean by that, Tuhi muhi tuhi antar kaisa. What's that? That's that Atma one I talked about. There's no difference. Yeah. Hamari karo haath de racha puran hoye chit ki ichha. That's the mind.
Yes.
Yeah. Apna jaan karo pratapara. The body. Can you see?
Yeah.
So the Gurbani is operating on those 3 levels.
Perspectives.
Yeah. And that's important to know. So the body is for seva.
Yeah.
Nishkam seva. This is the zenith of being a Gursik. The mind is for abhyas.
Yeah.
And the Atma is sadai. So I'll tell you what, if you're a young person watching this, you should now think, look, I need to go and do these things. I need to go train. I need to absolutely do well on my exams, do well in everything I do. Yeah, because that discipline, yeah, that sanjam, that discipline will then translate into your spirituality. You know, your personality, when you're doing a certain habit, it doesn't always attribute it to a certain activity. It just, in your brain, that quality gets left in your mind, yeah, then that translates. So if you're lazy, your laziness is also going to be in Sikhi philosophy, Bhat, Gurwani, Tika. But if you're somebody who's active in your training, that level of activity and proficiency will then also translate into Sikhi.
Everywhere. Yeah.
So anything you do, you go for it full-heartedly.
Yeah, 100%. It's like when I was asking you about an example, or asking you for advice one time, and you related it to fighting, and you said, I said about the ups and downs, and you said in fighting, if you get taken down, if you get hit in the face a few times, are you just going to stop? So no, you keep going. You keep
It's
rolling with the
important. Do you know
punches.
what? There's two fallacies here, yeah? You know, if you're just purely Gurbani, no training, then you become almost reluctant to do anything physical.
Yeah.
And then you start justifying your inability to act physically by saying the word hukum. That's lazy spirituality, man. That's lazy spirituality. You say, nah, mekku kuch nahi hona, bas hukum hi hai. That don't cut it, bruv.
Yeah.
Guru Gobind Singh didn't do that. On the flip side, if you're somebody who's just into training but has got no idea of the Atma and Dharm, then you're just a very dangerous person. You're not a dharmic dangerous person. Do you see the difference?
Yes.
Not the difference. You see how the
For
both of them,
righteousness,
without each other, they're flawed.
So that is a spiritual warrior. What you're
Bruv,
talking
that's
about.
a spiritual warrior. It's the pure balance.
Wow.
That's why it's called Kal Purkh Ki Fauj.
Yeah. Spiritual.
That's a Kal
That's
Purkh Ki Fauj.
Khalsa.
Yeah, that's Khalsa.
Wow.
Not just Ekko Basi Kariyana. So another thing with especially if we're talking about younger people and parents, if your children are hanging around with Singhs, just do this. This is my litmus test. If they don't have a bug and they don't have a dari, would you trust your kid with this person? If his answer is no, then why does it make a difference if he's got a bug and a dara?
Yeah. That's so true. It's like, who are they? What are they like?
Yeah.
Not who are you from an Atma perspective, but what are they? Yeah.
Because some parents get happy, but sometimes they always pick up the best habits.
Yeah.
That's true.
So as a parent, you got to look at the person. As a Singh, if you've got sangat with other Singhs, but they're just doing Chuglian, India, and all this kind of thing, then mentally take the Pagandara off them. Would you hang around with them? No. So then don't. Sad sangat. Jara sadhana kardaya. Sad sangat is not a bake, it's not a look of someone, it's someone who practices. Practices what? The Brahm Vichar. Brahm Vichar. Vichar of what? Which is Sat. Onu kende sadhu.
Yeah. That's what we should be
It's not
doing
just
with
because you
them,
look a
so
certain way.
Yeah.
So it's so important actually what you're saying, because like these things even happen in a subtle way, in the sense that you might be hanging around with someone who wears a dastar and has a long beard, and you might think they're great, they don't have bad habits in that sense in terms of physical habits, but mentally they might be like, just talking crap about loads of people all the time.
They might be manipulating you.
They might be manipulating you. They might also, you know how Singhs always say, like, we don't judge. The minute you do something that falls outside of their view of Sikhi, they'll start judging you, bro.
Yeah. So
that's not no judgment, is it?
No.
You've placed conditions now on your judgment.
Yeah, exactly. I think just use that litmus test.
Yeah.
Take the beak away, take what they're wearing away and how they look, and ask yourself, is this person good for me?
Yeah.
And you get the answer. Use your Vivek. What's the Vivek, Raj? Are they talking about Sat or they're talking about Mithya?
Yeah.
Do a percentage.
Simple, yeah.
And if they're not talking about Sat most of the time, you need to leave. Now, when you do that test, you're not going to have any friends.
Then you got like 3, 4 people.
You'll be on your own.
Bro, thank you. After this podcast, Raj's going to block me.
On my own.
That's amazing. That's a great test, though. I like that.
That's it. If you're talking about Brahm da vichar kithe chalda hai, that's Sad Sangat. Sat, listen, look at the Shabad. Sat Sangat. You know what Sat is now?
Yeah.
That never changes.
Yeah.
Sangat of Sat.
Yeah. It's so simple.
Not
even though we've gone so deep.
people dressed in a certain way.
Yeah.
So true.
The ones that are established in Brahm.
Wow.
Good luck finding them.
Rare diamonds, aren't
Found
they?
one right here.
जग में उत्तम काढ़िए विरले के विरले ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ
Rare.
ਵਾਹ ਰੇ ਪਾਪਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਰਮਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੇਡ ਆ ਕਰਮਾਂ 'ਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਧੂ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਵੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਧਨਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਹਨਾ so yeah man pull your off if I've said anything wrong
Bro,
but
this is
I know I get a bit passionate when it comes to the youngsters. I spent all my life in schools. Then you know what? I'll be honest with you. You know, I spent all my life in schools, and sometimes in secondary school, I've seen the same kids in prison doing 10 years. Yes, man.
Wow.
That's why I get a little bit passionate about the kids because there's a certain route. There's such a strong connection with lack of academic achievement and prison.
Yeah.
They don't have the analysis skin. So you know people are, what's English, maths and science going to do for my Sikhi? A lot. Because when you read Gurbani, to able to analyze it like we've been doing, you need skills of analysis. You need to understand language. You need to understand inference. You need to understand metaphors. You need to understand similes. You need to understand philosophy. Where are you getting those skills? You can get them from English, maths and science.
So
transfer them across.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's really important. I was passionate because there's a definite connection with the lack of academic ability and the ones that ended up in prison. They're making the wrong decisions. They don't have the vivek to make the right decision at the right time.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
You know, they're not regulated.
Wow.
That's amazing. Yeah, I never thought of that.
In a professional environment, if you're working in a professional environment, you have to self-regulate. You can't just kick off with every person.
100%.
So you're less likely to commit a crime.
Yeah. Wow. That's it.
That's great advice. That's great advice, yeah.
So I don't want to...
That's a good point.
Yeah. And again, one more point. If you're a parent of girls, they still got to do martial arts.
Yeah.
There's no... Nah, they have to do it. And I'm my bug on all.
Wow.
Yeah, she's carrying 50 kilo gun on the shoulder, huh?
I couldn't do that. No way. Yeah.
You know, she did a lot of tapasya, bhakti as well. She's got tapastan as also.
Yeah.
Sant and Sipahi.
Makes sense.
Yeah?
That's what we are.
Yeah, man. So pull your off.
Harpreet Singh,
And
thank you so
Maharaj
much.
Kirpa Khan, Waheguru Kirpa Khan, bas on.
Hopefully people can
Enjoy
take a lot away from this, open a lot of eyes, hopefully, as well.
Yeah.
This is the type of podcast Sikh Warrior Project needed, I think. Yeah, we're doing a lot of martial arts stuff, but we always do incorporate where we can Sikhi stuff as well. I'm bringing in someone like Harpreet Singh with the knowledge he has, the experience he has. It's going to make such a big influence, and we need it in a time like this, where youngsters are sort of, struggling to stay on the path. So we've got Harpreet Singh come in, giving us some great knowledge. We've done some great vichar. Harpreet Singh, thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you for having me. Maharaj Kirpa Khan, Tan Guru Nanak, Tan Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment and all of that.
ਇਹ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ
Yeah,
ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਭੁੱਲਿਓ
Bro.